Good afternoon, teachers and students. Please pardon this interruption. We have a few announcements for the end of the school day. Actually, lots of announcements because today is Friday, so we're going to be recognizing kindness, recognizing helpfulness with our snaps. But a couple quick announcements. It is Friday, so students, Saturday and Sunday is your time to rest, relax, recharge. So make sure that you take the time to rest, relax, recharge over the weekend. I'm telling my teachers and my staff recharge over the weekend as well. So that way they can better help you do what you need to do Monday through Friday. So get some rest. Make sure you take some time to recharge. It is a Friday, it is the weekend, and as the song says, everyone's working for the weekend. We're going to have to answer that phone call later on. Without further ado, we're going to get into our snaps because we have a whole bunch of them. So again, every week we're going to recognize kindness with our snaps. So here we go. This is from Miss McLean. She wants to give snaps to Juan Sanchez because he was thoughtful and sent her a message on Easter. So that's very helpful. This is from Miss Z. She wants to give snaps to Miss Garza for all her help. Also from Miss Z, she wants to give snaps to Ricky Akins and his moms. They've been very helpful. Snaps from Miss Z to Jose R and his grandmother. They've gone the extra mile. Snaps, snaps, snaps. Snaps to from Miss Z to Miss Jones because she's being very helpful. Snaps from Miss Z to Keller and all of their hard work. Snaps, snaps, snaps. And then just a message from Miss Z to Miss Denise. Just Miss Denise, we love you. That is true. Snaps from Juan Sanchez. He wants to give snaps to Jose Tapia because he helped me get caught up on the platform. That's helpful. Snap, snap, snaps. Snaps from Miss Leal to Mr. Foster, Miss Hinojosa, Miss Guevara, and Miss Esquivel for great teamwork. Also from Miss Leal, she wants to give snaps to all our little Rangers for doing a great job from home. And snaps from Miss Leal to Miss Maria and all the cafeteria workers for all their hard work as well. Snaps from Paulo Lima. He wants to give snaps to Israel Torres because he helped me pass the diagnostics. Snaps from Juana. She wants to give snaps to God because he's saving us. So snaps to God. Snaps from Anonymous. Anonymous. I think she's Irish. She wants to give snaps to the parents that have to endure their kids. So yes, parents, we're giving you big snaps. You got to endure your kids 24/7. So snaps to you. I feel your pain right there with you. Snaps from Jada Lynn. She wants to give snaps to her mom because she takes care of her. That's super awesome. That's very, very important. Danelli Rosales wants to give snaps to Mrs. Foster. She gave her time to be with us. Snaps from Aisha Guido. She wants to give snaps to Miss Quisenberry. She has helped me a lot in these days, and she thanks her with all her heart. Snap, snap, snap. Snaps from Mia to Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller because he was helping with the focus areas. Snaps from Jesus Martinez. He wants to give snaps to Mrs. Graham because she helped me in organism and water and weather. Snaps, snaps, snaps. Snaps also from Jesus Martinez to Mrs. E. Trejo because she helped me to understand graphs. Snaps from Miss Sordia. She wants to give snaps to Coach Jackson because she kept me distracted and cheered me up when I was sad and couldn't be with my daughter and meet my new granddaughter. That's awesome. Snaps from Miss Sordia to Fernando Garcia and his mom for working hard every day. That's helpful. Snaps from Miss Sordia to Gilbert Cortez for working hard during math tutorials. And snaps from Miss Sordia to Miss Garza and her team for helping my students with their reading and social studies work. Snaps from Mr. Miller to Mr. Ebley for reading every day. Way to go, Mr. Ebley. You're my best friend. Snaps from Mr. O. He wants to give snaps to Sebastian, Damon, Jasmine, Veronica, Allison, Natalie, Erica, Issa, Mr. Ebley, Miss Salazar, and Eduardo because they socialized with me on Flipgrid. That was super fun. Snaps from Mrs. Thomas. She wants to give snaps to Miss Salazar for making calls for us and delivering computers. Snaps from Miss Thomas to Miss Quisenberry for being an awesome team leader. Snaps from Miss Thomas to Miss Moody for all her continued help with lessons and Odysseyware. Snaps from Miss Thomas to Mr. Ebley for staying positive in all the helpful videos. Yay. Snaps from Miss Thomas to Alita Almeida for helping out other kids in our platoon. That is helpful. And snaps from Miss Thomas to William Huerta for not giving up and working so hard. Snaps from Mrs. Ebley. Oh, this is going to be great. Snaps from Mrs. Ebley to Mr. Ebley. Aw. For shaving the German-fested goatee off your face. Thanks, Mrs. Eddie. That's so sweet. Snaps from Miss Guevara to Mrs. Liao because she's been very helpful in contacting parents. Snaps from Miss Guevara to Miss Rhodey because the spreadsheet she sent is very helpful. Snaps from Miss Data. She wants to give snaps to Miss Quisenberry because she's been very helpful in contacting students and getting their work in. Don't forget, students, the fine arts work is in Google Classroom. Check that out. Snaps from Miss Lundquist. She wants to give snaps to everyone who said such nice things about her during National Library Week. I work with such wonderful students and teachers. You're an enormous part of who I am and the best part of why I love my job. So snaps to all of you. And snaps Miss Lundquist for providing all the wonderful information about ebooks and the book talks. She's a fabulous librarian. Snaps from Miss Salazar. She wants to give snaps to Mrs. Thomas for volunteering to help to do one-on-one Zoom conferences for Odyssey Wear. Snaps from Miss Salazar to Miss Quisenberry for calling students all the time. Snaps from Miss Salazar to Miss Andel for volunteering to help me. Snaps from Miss Salazar to Miss Yu Bryant for being available all hours of the day and night helping kids. That is true. Get some sleep, Miss Bryant. Snaps from Miss Salazar to Miss Thomas for inspirational quotes that she's sending out. And snaps from Miss Salazar to Miss Farcier, Miss McLean, Miss Bear, and Miss Quisenberry for doing great jobs as team leaders. We do have fabulous team leaders at Keller. That's right. Snaps from Miss Lee. Miss Lee wants to give snaps to Mr. Miller because he's so awesome and goes out of his way to help me and my students. Snaps from Miss Lee to Mr. Martinez because he's an awesome teacher and the best partner ever. Snaps from Miss Doherty to Miss Goins, Miss Andel, and Miss Harris because they attend my class meetings regularly and go out of their way to help meet the needs of my students and families. Snaps from Miss Doherty and Miss Powers because she always has an encouraging word or perspective to see the bright side in every situation. Also true. Snaps from Miss Skripka. Miss Skripka wants to give snaps to Miss Salazar and Miss Kohler for setting up the fun Wednesday rooms for 6th grade. It did look fun. Snaps from Miss Z. Again, she's sending those to Ricky Akins and his sweet mom, Jose R. and his mom, Jay Guardardo and his mom, and they're just wonderful, sweet people. Snaps from Miss Valles to Mr. Ebley for always keeping up the Keller family in good spirits. I try. Snaps from Anonymous to Anonymous for anonymous reasons. That's awesome. We're doing this live, people, so Anonymous, thank you for writing that. Anonymous, snap to Anonymous for anonymous things. That's awesome. Snaps from Mr. Martinez to Miss Lee because she is the best partner. She always looks out for you and raises you up when you most need her. Snaps from Coach Zamora to Miss Salazar. Thank you for helping us reach as many students as possible and phone numbers to help us check in our kiddos. Snaps from Miss Archundia to Martin Tejada and Miss Farcier's homeroom for being the first kid in the platoon to complete the last science project. That's awesome. And snaps from Miss Archundia to Wandell Angel and Miss Farcier's homeroom because he has peer tutored students in Zoom for science project. He did this on his own without being asked. That is super helpful. Snaps from Alize. She wants to give snaps to Brianna Cortez in Miss Lee's homeroom because she helped me with a project. That's super awesome. Snaps from Miss Thomas. I heard about this one. Snaps from Miss Thomas to Aiden Garza for helping to get kids to join in our lesson. So kids, if you see friends that are not in the Zoom meeting, you can send them a text message, you can email them, you can call them on the phone or get them in the Google Meet class. Call them up, let them know they need to get in. That's super helpful. Snaps from Miss Garza to Miss Maria for taking care of my fish while I'm at home. So they're still alive. I saw them the other day. They're still kicking. Snaps from Miss Garza to Miss Goins for always answering my calls and listening to me when I need a shoulder to lean on. Snaps from Miss Garza to Elizabeth and Aaliyah for making me smile every time they come into my Zoom class. Miss you. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. Miller because he has made instructional videos for 5th and 6th grade ELAR to help students with power focus areas. Snaps from Miss Farcier because she is from Mr. Palmer because she has gone above and beyond to help and connect with her students while effectively collaborating with her social studies counterpart to meet the needs of their students. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Bryant because she has taken distance learning to a whole new level With her knowledge and skills of the curriculum and technology, she's been able to serve the needs of her students. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Quisberry, because she is always willing to collaborate with her colleagues, to share new ideas, and provide effective and efficient instructional support for her students. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Barbie, because she's overcome many challenging obstacles in her as a first-year teacher at Keller, obstacles that many veteran teachers stress out over, and she's done a fantastic job keeping up with meeting the needs of her students. And snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Guevara, because she maintains a high level of calmness and professionalism in the most dire and stressful situations. Even though she's consistently meeting the needs of her students, she's always striving to be better. Absolutely remarkable teacher. Snaps from Mr. Palmer. Snaps to Miss Doherty, because she always finds the time and energy to not only meet the needs of her students, but also help out and provide invaluable support to Keller and Keller staff members. Takes on responsibilities that not required to, but she does so with vigilance and passion. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. Aguilar, because he maintains professionalism and poise in situations most veteran teachers would buckle under. Not only meets the needs of his students, but he also provides invaluable support for the teachers he works with. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. because he's Teacher of the Year. Duh. It says duh. He's the definition of what it means to teach from the soul. Passion for teaching is reflective in the countless lives of students he has touched in his relatively short career. In addition, his integrity and willingness to help his colleagues is unbound as a contributor to the fantastic culture of our home, Keller. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. A, Mr. Derahu, because he has taken the bull by the horns during his first year at Keller, always demonstrates a high degree of positivity and professionalism in the classroom and PLC meetings. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Dockery, because she can roll with punches with the best of them, and she goes above and beyond for her kids while maintaining a high level of professionalism during PLC. And snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. Bernal, because he not only meets the needs of his students, but consistently strives for them to get better. In addition, he's extremely respectful and professional when collaborating with colleagues. Snaps from Mr. Palmer for writing so much from Mr. Ebley. Snaps from Cedric Torres to Eduardo Gonzalez, because he helped me get on Google Classroom. There's still more. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Grave, because she's a go-getter. She doesn't have to be coddled or directed in regards to meeting the needs of kids, yet she's not so prideful that she refuses to seek help when needed. She demonstrates exceptional teaching practices and collegial support in her short teaching career. He foresees the Teacher of the Year in the future for her. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss McLean, because her compassion for students is unmatched. Truly wears her heart on her sleeves, and her dedication to the art of teaching is reflective in the students she lives the impact each and every day. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Applegate, because she's taken on her first year as if she were a veteran. She has built authentically significant relationships with her kids while meeting their academic needs. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Lee, even though she's fought like a champ to meet the needs of her kids. In addition, she always displays the utmost respect for her colleagues. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. Martinez, because he was utilized his skills with technology to quickly and effectively adapt to his teaching practices to meet the kids during distance learning. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Mr. Foster, because he's been vigilant and persistent in regards to meeting the needs of students during a sour transition into distance learning. In addition, he's collaborated well with his colleagues and puts his pride aside to seek what is best for students. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Foster, because she always helps radiate a sense of calmness and poise even in times of stress. She always puts her best foot forward and goes above and beyond to meet the needs of her students. In addition, she always upholds a high level of professionalism and respect with her colleagues, and always there to lend a helping hand when needed. Snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Powers, because she's always willing to provide valuable insight while radiating a sense of calmness during stressful times. She's there for a shoulder to cry on, but also there to be a rock when unwanted situations present themselves. Personal and professional leaderships are fantastic contributions to the unique culture at Keller. And snaps to Miss Salazar from Mr. Palmer, because of her innovative and ambitious personality, contributes a unique and much needed quality to Keller culture. It's always striving to make Keller a better place by providing support and building authentic relationships with all stakeholders. And snaps from Mr. Palmer to Miss Aguilar and Miss Moody, because they've God-given talent and patience to share an office with him. They are two of the most down-to-earth, kind-hearted, and selfless individuals he's ever had to work with, and they'll drop everything they're doing to help him out when needed. Their passion for education and leadership qualities are truly an inspiration. And again, just big old snaps to our parents that are out there. Appreciate you working hard every day, what you do as your day job, but then also in your most important job as a parent. So we appreciate your support for what we're trying to do through distance learning. Uh, Big shout out and snaps to our child nutrition services. We appreciate you going above and beyond every single day to make sure that you're providing meals for our students, even when we're not in the school building. Every day you have those smiling faces, even if you're now out in a parking lot passing out food. So thank you all for submitting all of those snaps. That was fantastic. We will do this again next year. And yes, Janicia, I still work at Keller. So it's good seeing you. So y'all have a wonderful weekend. Students, keep working hard when we get back to school on Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Try and take some time to rest and relax and recharge. Our teachers and staff, you need to rest, relax, and recharge as well. So students, have a wonderful weekend. Keep taking care of each other. Keep looking at the positive stuff. Look at the good things. Look at who's being helpful, who's being kind. So that way we can keep getting through this as best we can. So y'all be safe, most importantly. And remember, Rangers away.